You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Most writers and radio show hosts know that to connect with your fans, you need to do more than just write books or record the latest podcasts. There are many different elements that go into forming an online platform, but there are also many hidden traps. To make matters worse, solid advice on how to survive the muddy waters is scarce. In the book Hidden Traps, I talk about some of the important issues of working with an online platform, highlighting traps that could put your physical or internet security at risk or be harmful to your reputation. Are your social media posts just links with a few disjointed words, making you look like someone who can't complete a sentence? Did your new website cost you more than you anticipated? Are you leaking your personal contact details across the web without even knowing it? Then you need Hidden Traps. Although Hidden Traps is not officially released until August 1st, you can pre-order your paperback or ebook copy now from a variety of retailers, including Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Kobo. Visit blackwolfpublications.com for more details.
Here's George Foreman with InventHelp.
Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? Do you have the same questions? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp has been helping inventors for more than 30 years and has sales offices nationwide. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. If you have an idea and want to try to patent it and submit it to companies, you should call InventHelp today for free information.
Listen, I can't guarantee a company will be interested in your idea, but I believe every inventor deserves the opportunity to step into the ring and take their best shot. Put InventHelp in your corner.
Get your free inventor's information. Call 1-800-353-6490. That's 1-800-353-6490. Again, 1-800-353-6490.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
This is Slickery Trigger for Rebel Road Tactical. With proper care and feeding, your pistol will be ready when you need it, there to save your life. Shouldn't your gear be that good? Whether you need a holster for comfortable everyday carry or a tough-as-nails holster for your next training course, Rebel Road Tactical has what you need. Check us out on the web at rebelroadtactical.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam. You'll have lifetime coverage, and your plan can't be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Call now for free information about our senior plans. Answer a few simple questions and receive approval right on the phone. Plus, call right now and we'll give you a discount prescription card for free. Call 800-553-8687. That's 800-553-8687. Again, 800-553-8687. 2687.
You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
My name is Jessie. I'm a United States Special Forces widow. This gives me a unique perspective on the world around us. If you're willing to listen, I'll tell you how I see it, and I won't pull any punches. This is my POV, which stands for Point of View.
All right, how y'all doing out there tonight? Yes, it is Jessie. Yes, I know, it's the day before 4th of July. And I'm here with you. I won't be here tomorrow night. You will, in fact, if you tune in tomorrow, get the same show you got tonight. So listen to it once, but no need to listen twice unless you really enjoy it. Alright, I have got to start tonight's show off with a song. I normally don't do this, but this is one of my all-time favorite versions of the Star Spangled Banner. And just like Taps, I'm not going to interrupt it. So settle in, relax, and take a listen. Yes, that was Madison Rising's version of the Star-Spangled Banner. And if that doesn't get your patriotic blood pumping, I don't know what will. And yes, it is the day before 4th of July. So I've got some show prep. But we're not going to talk Mosul. We're not going to talk Iraq, any of those characters. We're going to talk about the Declaration of Independence and a few other interesting things. And yes, I know, I'm taking a page out of somebody else's book. Well, I can't help it tonight. Daniel Stafford, if you're listening, I will not be making this a regular thing. But for tonight, I had to do it. I had to. There was no way around it. Alright, so, like I said, that is my favorite version of the Star-Spangled Banner. And as a military spouse, I hear it every day. Not like that, not that version. I hear an instrumental version across the loudspeakers where I live every day. And everybody stops. If you're outside doing something, you stop. If you're inside doing something, you don't stop. But if you're outside with the sound of that music, and you can hear it everywhere around where I live, you stop what you're doing. If you're military, you turn and face the sound of the music and salute. If you're civilian, you put your hand over your heart. And I could go into a rant about how people aren't doing it anymore, and Colin Kaepernick, but you know what? That ain't worth my airtime, friends. I want to talk about that. I'll call Rick up, hop on his show, and talk to you about all that noise on AOTR. Because, well, it's not my thing. And it's not what I'm focused on tonight. I am focused on the documents that founded this country, the people that signed them, and some of my favorite words from their founding fathers. In fact, I don't know if you know it, but I have a thing for quotes. I really do. I really have a thing for quotes. What can I say? And some of the favorite quotes about Independence Day is, I'm going to start off with one of my favorites. And I don't know who said it, but freedom isn't free. And that's the truth. And many people will say, but why are they fighting in some distant land, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to get into it. I'm going to sum it up. Freedom isn't free. Okay? That's my entire take on it. Now, the other day I caught myself roaming the web, And believe it or not, I spend a lot of time roaming the web. You wouldn't know it, but I spend an inordinate amount of time roaming the web. I really do. And I tripped over a very interesting little thing, and I'm looking for it right now. Give me just a moment, because of course, as usual, I'm only half prepared. Here it is. It is a quiz about 4th of July. And I'm not going to go through all of the questions. Okay, I'm not. But I am going to pick out of some of my favorites, because I thought the questions were interesting and inspiring. A rare 18th century copy of the Declaration of Independence was discovered in 2015 in a record office. In which city? Billerica, Massachusetts, Ottawa, Canada, Paris, France, or Chichester, England? Well, think about it. Chichester, England. Yes. In what year did Meriwether Lewis and William Clark hold the first ever 4th of July celebration west of the Mississippi? Your choices are 1789, 1804, 1823, and 1837. And if you said 1804, you're right. What did President Thomas Jefferson announce to the American people on the 4th of July in 1804? Or excuse me, 1803. 1803, 4th of July, what did he announce? The Louisiana Purchase. It was $15 million and doubled the size of the United States. I found this one fascinating. All you writers out there, pay attention to this one. How many changes did the drafting committee for the Declaration of Independence make to Thomas Jefferson's original draft? Your choices are 0, 10, 34, or 86. The answer? 86. The drafting committee made 86 changes before the final Declaration of Independence was adopted on July 2nd, 1776. Oh yeah, 86 drafts. So for you writers out there, if Thomas Jefferson can't get it right on draft 1, don't worry about it. You can't? He didn't either. And he wrote one of the most historical documents in the world. Something that is still quoted today. Yes. Now, I'm going to play my bumper music for a second and grab something off the printer.
You can lay down if you wanna. You can run away if you wanna. You can pretend that this is totally okay if you wanna. You can play dead if you wanna. Forget what they said if you wanna. Turn your back on the country needing you right now, but I don't wanna.
Yes, that was more Madison Rising. And I don't remember the full title of that song. I just have it titled as Ready. I think it's I'm not ready to end the fight. I'm pretty sure it is. And this is classic Madison Rising. They've got new stuff out today that's so cool as well. All right. I want to read part of the Declaration of Independence to you. Like I said, I wasn't going through the whole trivia quiz. Got to save something for you. And the trivia quiz that I used is from the Council on Foreign Relations, CFR.org. And just use their search and... In fact, I'll see if I can tweet it out. I will see if I can tweet it out for you. But yes, I wanted you guys to get something a little bit different tonight. Because we spend so much time on this show talking about other countries. But I love this country. There is one country in my heart. And if you haven't figured that out, you don't listen very well, do you? I mean, really? Come on, you have to figure that out, just like I miss you when I'm not talking. All right, so now this is a transcript of the stone engraving of the parchment Declaration of Independence. The actual document is on display in the rotunda at the National Archives Museum. Okay? Okay. The unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to separate. Now here comes the famous line. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles, and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Those are pretty powerful words, friends. They really are. I mean, those are powerful words written over 200 years ago today. And they go on and they spell out everything that the President King, the King of Great Britain was doing. And I mean, the list of grievances goes on for more than one full printed page. I'm going to read the final paragraph. All right? We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America in General Congress assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are and of right ought to be free and independent states. They are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that is free and independent states. They have the full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for support of this declaration with a firm alliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honors. And it goes on to list the signers, which I did not print out the entire list of the signers of the Declaration. They go on for more than a page, too. And for the record, John Hancock was from Massachusetts. Okay? And their signatures were organized according to state. So if you ever go visit and look at the original document, that's what you'll see. Now, I'm not going to go into the politics of how I feel. Yes, I do actually have my own views. I just prefer not to talk about them every night, because I feel like I'm repeating myself enough with the international news. I don't want to repeat myself every night with the political stuff. I mean, yeah. I do want to say one thing. More and more people in the city of Mosul have been freed from the grip of Daesh. And if you don't know who Daesh is, I'm not going into it tonight. They are down to a very small section of the old city. And yes, there are men and women around the world who are not necessarily home to watch the fireworks, eat the hot dogs, and cook a hamburger out. We have men and women all across the world serving our country. All right. Give me just a moment. I'm a little disorganized tonight, and I will freely admit that. Aren't I every night? I just try not to show it. Okay? I just try not to show it. I'm going to play a little bit more music. By the way, we probably will, if we take a commercial break tonight, it'll probably be a brief one. In the meantime, let's listen to a little bit of my favorite bumper music.
She kisses little Katie's forehead as she turns out the light. A night ahead in a lonely bed, she's a military wife. She pushes back a tear, then sinks into a chair. Her mind says that's the way it is. Her heart says it ain't fair. She knows the price of sacrifice, but she's proud to take her place in that unsung corps of warriors who stay behind and wait. They also serve those who stand and wait, praying by the phone to learn their loved one's fate. But they're still in the war, and let there be no mistake. They also serve those who stand and wait.
Yes, That was some bumper music honoring the families of the military who are not home to celebrate the holiday. And yes, I can tell you that they are proud of their son, their daughter, their brother, their sister. In fact, I've got a special shout out tonight. Garen Kirschenbaum has just completed Air Force Basic Training. Welcome to the United States Armed Forces, Garen. You've earned it. And yes, I get a tear in my eye every time. Every time, without fail, when I hear that another man or woman has decided to choose to serve our country, because we have an all-volunteer force. There are many countries where military service is mandatory. Ours is not one of them, even though freedom is not free. All right, let's talk about Independence Day itself. It's also called the 4th of July because, well, we celebrate it on July 4th. It commemorates the passage of the Declaration of Independence by the Continental Congress on July 4th, 1776. Congress had actually voted in favor of independence from Great Britain on July 2nd, but did not actually complete the process of revising the Declaration of Independence, originally drafted by Thomas Jefferson, in consultation with John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, Roger Sherman, and William Livingston, until 2 days later. The celebration was initially modeled on that of the King's birthday, which had been marked annually by bells ringing, bonfires, and solemn processions and speeches. Such festivals had long played a significant role in the Anglo-American political tradition. In the early stages of the revolutionary movement, the colonies during the 1760s and early 1770s, patriots used such celebrations to proclaim their resistance to Parliament's legislation, while lauding King George III as the real defender of English liberties. However, the marking of the first days of independence during the summer of 1776 actually took the form in many towns of a mock funeral for the king, whose death symbolized the end of monarchy and tyranny and the rebirth of liberty. That's right. It was the rebirth of liberty. During the early years of the Republic, Independence Day was commemorated with parades, speeches, and toasting and ceremonies that celebrated the existence of the new nation. These rites played an equally important role in evolving the federal political system. But I'm going to skip over that part, okay? By the mid-1790s, we did have two political parties, but that's not the point. With the rise of leisure, so 4th of July was not always a federal holiday. When it became one, with the rise of leisure, the 4th of July emerged as a major midsummer holiday. The prevalence of heavy drinking and many injuries caused by setting off fireworks prompted reformers of the late 19th and early 20th century to mount a safe and sane 4th of July movement. During the later 20th century, although it remained a national holiday marked by parades and concerts of patriotic music and firework displays, Independence Day has thankfully, in my opinion, declined in importance as a venue for politics. It does remain as a potent symbol of national power, and specifically American qualities. Even the freedom to stay home and cook out, barbecue, grill, whatever you want to call it. Yes, you sleep under that blanket of freedom because of the men and women serving that aren't home tonight. What can I say? The 4th of July is an amazing thing. Let's talk a few more trivia questions. What state is home to the oldest continuous 4th of July celebration? Your choices are Massachusetts, Virginia, Pennsylvania, or Rhode Island. Come on, think about it. Rhode Island. Celebrations in the Rhode Island town of Bristol, population 22,130, date back to 1785. Which presidential home has hosted naturalizations ceremonies on every Independence Day since 1963? Your choices are Ashland, Montpelier, Monticello, or Mount Vernon. If you said Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's estate hosts naturalization ceremonies each year on July 4th. Several presidents have attended the event. Who designed the current 50-star flag? Senator Robert Taft, a teenager, First Lady Bess Truman, or Oscar de la Renta? A teenager. Robert G. Heft of Lancaster, Ohio, designed the flag for a school project. His teacher gave him a grade of B-. After President Dwight D. Eisenhower selected Heft's design, the teacher did change his grade to an A. Which patriotic word is the name or part of the name of the most cities or towns in the United States? Independence, liberty, patriot, or freedom? Liberty. 31 cities or towns in America have liberty as their name or part of their name. 12 places have independence, 9 have freedom. There is only one place named Patriot, Patriot, Indiana, located on the banks of the Ohio River. It's home to about 200 people. Sounds like small town living to me. How many official versions of the United States flag have there been? 13, 19, 23, or 27? If you said 27, you're right. When does the United States add a star to the flag to recognize the admission of a new state to the Union? The first 4th of July after the state's admission to the Union, the day Congress votes to admit a state into the Union, the day a new state formally enters the Union, January 1st, the year following a state's admission to the Union. Under U.S. law, the flag gains a star on the first 4th of July following the admission of a new state or states to the Union. How many rows of stars? Now, we all know how many stripes there are, but how many rows of stars are there on that American flag? 5, 7, 9, or 11? 9. An executive order issued by President Dwight Eisenhower on August 21st, 1959, after Hawaii's admission to the Union, directed that the stars in the flag be arranged in 9 rows. There are 5 6-star rows and 4 5-star rows. In August 21st, 1959, executive order superseded an executive order issued 18 months earlier in the wake of Alaska's admission to the Union, directing a flag of 7 rows of 7 stars. So what can I say? Our flag has changed over the years, 27 times. And yes, I'm doing a lot of trivia and a little bit of babbling. What can I say? Tonight's not a night for politics for me, or even for news. It is a night to relax and enjoy and share a little bit of my patriotism of this country with you. I've got to honor someone who we lost this past year. And his online name was Scott Harvath. His real name was Sergeant Terry O'Hara. He was a retired NYPD sergeant. And here are my favorite words from him.
For anyone going through any type of personal battle, whether it's cancer, PTSD, depression, a personal challenge that they want to do. They want to go climb Mount Everest. You need to stay in the fight. And when I say that, I mean mentally. If you're not mentally in the fight, if you don't stay in the fight, you can't win.
All right, we're going to play one more song. And I found it. It's I'm Not Ready to End the Fight. Again, Madison Rising.
I should forget, bet you wish I would. And you say time heals everything, but I'm not waiting. You sit and doubt, you're too blind to figure out there is a price, and I'll keep paying. I'm not ready to end the fight, I'm not ready to back down, 'cause I've been through hell and I don't have time to go round and round and round. It's too late to turn back now, you know I wouldn't if I could, 'cause I'm proud as hell, I can't bring myself to do what it is you think I should. You once walked on that yellow brick road, but now stumble on jagged stones. I kinda like it. In your bed you sob like a baby, so full of regret as you lie there praying. It's a sad, sad story that her mother didn't teach her daughter to respect the ones who protect her. Now you know how the words that you say can send so many over the edge. And hearts fill up with anger as you lie there dreaming of a way to make it better. I've been through hell and I don't have time to go round and round and round. It's too late to turn back now. You know I wouldn't if I could, 'cause I'm proud as hell, can't bring myself. Oh, I'm not ready to win the fight. I'm not ready to back down, 'cause I've been through hell and I don't have time to go round and round and round. It's too late to turn back now. You know I wouldn't if I could, 'cause I'm proud as hell, I can't bring myself to do what it is you think I should. Forgive, no chance. Forget, not with my last breath. You say time heals everything, so just keep waiting.
I have to make an immediate on-air correction. I'm not ready to end the fight is David Thibodeau, not Madison Rising. Sorry. And if part of that sounded familiar, Jen and Rick used part of it for their show intro. And if it doesn't sound familiar, shame on you for not listening to the Jen and Rick show. Oh yes, shame on you. No, I'm not kidding. So, I think I'm going to end just a few moments early tonight. Once I find one more piece of music, because trust me, I like my patriotic music, and I have quite the collection. Now, I can't play it all on the air because, well, not all of it am I allowed to play. You know, legally. Because some of it's licensed by people that we don't have rights to. So, but I do want to end with, for those, I think I'm not even going to look for it. I played the two songs I really wanted to play. And I know, I am not a music show. Not intended to be. But I'd like to wish all of you a happy 4th of July. And on that note, friends, yeah, you regulars know what's coming.